All right. What's going on, everybody? Andrew here. True life humanity. Create yourself. That's the movement. Here with another intuitive hit tarot reading for the day. Let's see how this goes. Today's been an interesting day. There's been new. The energy is new today to me. It feels new. It feels like some old patterns are breaking. And what's calling to me now is like again being very conscious of my thoughts and what I'm actually thinking about and giving my energy to on a regular basis. Divine showed up in some really cool ways today for me. In a conversation today after my cello lesson, my student left, and then I was talking to the drum instructor, and we had a conversation about fiat currency and kind of like the future of our currency systems and how that looks for us. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool because that's definitely something that's been in my vortex, and I feel that coming through is a big change in the financial system. So, yeah, man, it's good. Let me tune in a little bit here. What do you want me to show today? What do I want to show today? What does my higher self want me to show today? Guys, make sure to meditate. You guys should meditate. If you're not meditating, you should. I'm not all the time. I'm not the best at religiously doing it, but my life is very much a creative flow, and I know when it's time to do certain things. It's time that we all meditate. It's time that we do that. Center yourself, be in your body, ground. Just kind of experience the present moment, and stay open. And, let your meditation become a way of life. Okay? It's good. It's good, man. Let's do a reading. It's just like a general energy reading, but it's going to be personalized to whoever's reading or whoever is watching this. So, I just draw 3 cards. I don't do any fancy spreads yet. I'm still really new to tarot and really new to actually channeling my intuition and my higher self. So, I'm going to do a 3-card reading from the True Heart Intuitive Tarot by Rachel True. Highly recommend checking this out. I'll place the link in the description for the Amazon product. And then I'm going to pull a Sacred Power reading card by Anna Stark. I'll also place the link for these in the description. Sacred Power helps us to clarify what it is that Divine is calling us to embody right now. Everything's available for us to embody with your intention, with your creativity. So let's get going. Tuning in for the reading. Whoever needs to see what I'm bringing through, let them see it. And whatever needs to come through, let it come through right now. Let me I pull generally 3 cards. Interesting, we got all wands. We got all of them in reverse. A lot of tarot readers think that, you get a reverse reading of a card and it means the opposite. It does. It's not a negative thing per se. There's positive and negative in everything, and sometimes we need to look at the negative in our life, in our experience, to understand what we're called to do. So what I got here is I'm working with the 9 of Wands reversed. I'll hold them upright so you can see, but I pulled them reversed. 9 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and 2 of Wands. So all in reverse. Initially, well, I know, wands are the fire energy. Wands are the fire spirit, earth, wind, water, fire. Wands are fire. Wands are your magic. Wands are your unique magic. And that's what the world needs right now, is your unique expression, your soul expression. That is your purpose for being here. Let it be. Your purpose for being here is to express the fullness of your soul, the divine nature of your soul. What is you? What is you, man? We're called to really embody this in a way that's also recognizing our oneness with everything and everyone. You know, you cannot embody your soul expression if it causes you to push people away or close your heart off to people. Let me say that again. You cannot embody the fullness of your soul expression if you deny the oneness of all things. You need to accept the oneness of all things, and that's what we're being called to really do. And it's so easy as spiritual beings to just be like, my soul is dope, I'm a free soul, so fuck you, I'm going to do exactly what I want to do. There's a really powerful fire energy in that spirit that cuts right through bullshit. And I love that. But you know, the balance and the challenge, the real challenge, is to integrate your oneness with everything and everyone with a heart of compassion and understanding and presence with everything and everyone, and allow it all to be part of your soul's expression. Because ultimately what you look for, you will find. You know, and if you come into a conversation with the mindset of, this is pointless conversation because this person doesn't have anything to offer me, you're not going to see what this soul is actually offering you, or what your soul is trying to offer you through this person. This is what being a light worker is. It's connecting to humanity and maintaining your sense of sovereignty. Let's dig deeper into them. 9 of Wands. If you look into numerology, you can know kind of, I'm not too keen on channeling this stuff, but numerology, I mean, I'm looking at 9 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and a 2 of Wands. You know, so initially what comes to my intuition is the 9 is a number of endings. It's the last single digit number. It's endings before we begin a new cycle. You know, take with that what you will. I don't need to explain that. I think we all feel like things are ending and other things are beginning in our lives. Then we have the 3 of Wands. Let's stay on the 9 of Wands a little bit more. What's interesting to me about this is you have a woman bare before you. Behind her looks like her shadow selves that are coming up. Each one gets lighter, but look at this guy back here. This person, that's her. That's her shadow self that was heavy with shame or heavy with sin or guilt or whatever it is that weighed her down. She's experiencing these stages of these different shadow selves to fully embody the lightness, the light that she is, the light of her soul. You know, and how do you get from that shadow self, that place of depression, of shame or guilt, whatever it is? How do you get from that to your light self? You have to go through the stages, and you have to have your fiery energy, your energy of desire, your passion. You have to want it, you know, and you have to be willing to go in that direction. That's what she's telling us. Don't lose that. Don't lose your passion. Don't lose your willingness to move towards a future that you envision will be great. Okay. It's in reverse, so maybe some of us are losing that. Again, I'm gonna take my interpretation of these cards, and then I'm gonna read a little bit from Rachel Trew's interpretation of these cards. So next we have the 3 of Wands here. 3 of Wands. This is somber. This is contemplative. This is balance. You know, 3 to me represents balance. Growing up, it was Father, Son, Holy Spirit, but it's like mind, body, and soul. You know, and also this guy. This person is like a monk, meditating, reflecting over the great cosmic ocean, witnessing the ships sailing by, being one with these birds that are coming to, you know, the birds could be his thoughts. Some are resting with him, some are passing by. The clouds could be his thoughts. You know, it's that the sun is shining, but it's somewhere between night and day. It's not, you know, it's interesting to me that sun is right there, and it's not radiating this great, powerful brilliance like we know our sun to radiate. It's just there. It's just a light, you know. It's calm. It's present. This is somber. This is contemplative. You know, this goes hand in hand with what I've been getting from my guides about slowing down, being aware of my thoughts, contemplating it, and allowing myself to go on pathways of thought that lead me to divine ecstasy, that lead me to joy, that lead me to that place. So, you know, take this for what it will, but it's contemplative, it's reflective. Are we taking the time to reflect on where we're putting our passion and our passionate energy? Because we can unconsciously become very passionate about things that we don't even want in our life to begin with. Why would you become passionate about something, good or bad, when you don't want it in your life to begin with? Again, we can get law of attraction. You know, you're going to generally attract more of what you focus on in your life. So contemplate that. You know, this is for me too. The next one, again, these were all in reverse. 2 of Wands. Now, 2 to me is also a balance, but it's a different type of balance. It's an equality. It's a dualistic balance. It's rather not so much a mind, body, soul, you know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's more of a balance of duality, of good and evil, of dark and light, you know. And the earth, this person, is consumed by fire, by passion, holding the earth in balance. What could this mean? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to look at the deck or at the book here and see what is actually intended by these cards. But to me, this is also kind of like, you know, take a step back. You know, see the bigger picture of your life and see where it's going. You know, this goes hand in hand with the contemplation, and also with the using your passion to create the person you want to be, to create yourself to be the person you want to be. Slow down a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, come out of your shadow self. Use your passionate energy to create yourself. Remember, you're not creating anything outside of you. There is nothing outside of you. Create yourself, the highest vision of yourself, and be that, no matter what's going on around you. Reflect on that. Sit with that. And balance your shadow aspects. You know, balance your polarities. She didn't push away her shadow selves to become her light self. She became her shadow self to become her light self. She integrated her shadow. Integrate your evil. Integrate your shadow. You know? Integrate those parts of yourself. Don't push them away. They're sins, but sins are meant to teach us, you know? Because ultimately, the only way they serve you, you know, greed or lust or envy, is to teach you how to be your best self by not being them, by not allowing them dominion over your temple of your psyche. Let's take a look at the book. We're going to look at 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. I'm going to be very brief with this because I already went through what I want. Perseverance, tenacity, grit, fortitude, determination, mental clarity, obligation, and duty. Show up. Use your passion. Determined passion to become who you want to be. Show up. Don't shun your duties. Step up and become who you want to be in the face of what you have going on right now. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. This is, in very minor terms here, like very general terms, hope, confidence, success, planning, vision, inspiration, expansion, opportunity, freedom, effort. This, I'm getting an Abraham Hicks vibe. I'm getting, doing more and being more productive by allowing your energy to flow, allowing yourself to be allowing yourself to plan and to have vision and to bask in your own freedom, and then take the effort when you're lined up. You know, line yourself up, get in alignment with your energy, with your higher self, with your destiny, and allow that to take you, allow that to inspire you. You always have the freedom. You are always free. Do it. Next one. You know, again, these are in reverse. So if I look at the Nine of Wands in reverse, I pulled them in reverse. It's talking about exhaustion. It's talking about lack of motivation. It's talking about sorrow, trauma, mental trauma, anxiety, defensiveness. These are things that don't serve us in manifesting our soul. You know, when you're tired, rest. No need to wallow in how you're so exhausted. Rest. If you lack motivation, retreat until you reconnect with your purpose that motivates you. If you have sorrow, if you have mental trauma, anxiety, or if you're defensive, you got to ask yourself, what is causing this? You know, what situation in my physical experience is causing this, and get to the bottom of it, because it doesn't rule you. Anxiety doesn't rule you. Your traumas are not you. They're your challenges. Your traumas do not define you. Your trauma is your challenge. And your soul is strong enough to overcome it. That's why you chose to be here right now. Don't get defensive. Be creative. Don't be defensive. Be creative. Yeah, and then the Three of Wands was in reverse. So I was again talking how we need to reflect, and we need to get back into that vibe of inspiration and allowing that energy to flow. Because reverses represents disappointment or frustration, dullness, apathy, setback, you know, lack of patience. All these things that are cured by meditation, by reflection, by being at peace, being one with your soul and your creator right now. There's nothing you need to do right now other than reflect and do nothing. And allow that. Allow yourself to become that more fully. Yeah, and then last we had the Two of Wands. Now I was talking about this as like balance, you know, what it really talks about here too, again, is low vibe. It was pulled in reverse. You know, lack of drives, low energy, disconnection, powerlessness. Also, this is coming up as lack of planning. And to me, what's come up in my experience to date multiple times is that you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. You know, make your plan as realistic as possible, but also trust your ability to manifest amazing things and to create miracles. You know, but make your plan. Plan it out. You know, and be flexible with it. Because you are powerful. Your thoughts are powerful. Your energy is powerful. Your vibration is powerful. Plan with that in mind. Recognize that every person you interact with, you have an effect on. Your vibration, just your energy. Just by listening to somebody and integrating them and being in your fullness, you change the world. Remember that. You know, I mean, this is, to me, I'm getting this as like relax into your drive. Relax into your natural passion to make cool shit happen. You know? Let's do a sacred power card. Let's do a sacred power card. Let's, you know, that was good. I just pulled one off the top, and I got communication. That's your sacred, that's a sacred power. Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. Speak it. Communicate it to ears that hear. Communicate your vision to yourself. Write it down. Whatever. You know, I'm not telling you what to do. Whatever communication means for you here. I mean, that was pulled right off the top intuitively, but I'd like to shuffle these and get a better, not a better, but a different sacred power that we can channel. I mean, being that it's Gemini season, communication is key. Mercury's in Gemini, I think. I'm not an astrologer, but I think Mercury's in Gemini. Mercury's a fast-moving planet of communication. As you can see, I'm really quick-winded and long-winded today. Speaking a lot. I have a lot of thoughts coming out. Mercury in Gemini. Mercury's the messenger. Moves fast. Gemini's communication, man. Gemini rules communication. It's an air sign. It's thoughts. It's how you're thinking, how you're communicating with yourself, with your guides, with your higher self, and with the world. Hence why I decided to really start putting myself out there and putting my videos out there about what I'm reading and what I'm channeling intuitively and trusting that. Sacred power card that I pulled next intentionally is freedom. That's where your freedom is. Your freedom is in how you think. Your freedom is in planning, is in thinking, is in also resting and allowing your thoughts to gain momentum. Thoughts gain momentum on their own. If you have a thought, you just kind of nurture it, you know. Don't hold on to it, but you nurture it like you do a child. Don't want to overprotect it, but you nurture it, you know. And that's your freedom, you know. You can pull any thought out of the fucking ether and you can just fucking make it a thing. So your freedom, you're free, man. You're free to communicate, but make sure that like you have your drive and your passion in the right direction, that is your sole purpose. You know, make sure your drive and your passion is for your sole purpose. I say it again. That's freedom. You have the freedom to do that. Choose to do that. Choose to reflect and be contemplative and really take all things into consideration and understand who you are, where you are, and what your divine is telling you, what your soul wants to do. You know, in this, it's I forgot what I said exactly about this one from the book, but to me, this is also balancing your polarities, you know, your positive, negative aspects. You know, I want to read, there was something good that I read in this one. Was it Two of Wands? Yeah, fuck, let's take a look. You know, you have choices. You have the ability to choose where you put your focus. You have the ability to plan. You have independence. Oh, there's a lot of freedom signs here. You know, there's a lot of freedom signs. You got to make a plan. You got to make a plan. I've been called to this today. You got to have a plan. Doesn't mean things are going to go exactly to plan. Doesn't mean your plan has to be super specifically detailed. Your plan can include manifesting magical fucking events. Because that's what we do. There's so much magic. My cells holding a semblance of my body together is magic right here. But you look at me as just a human being. Oh, it's just a dude, you know. And you judge me about different things, appearance or whatever, you know. But it's fucking magic. You know, there's an invisible force holding all of these cells together, vibrating at a frequency that you can perceive with your eyes right now. There's fucking magic here. You know, tune into that before I get too lost. Anyway, I hope you found some value in that. I'm going to be doing these more often because it's good for me to get my thoughts together. And I hope that somebody can find some value in it. Stay tuned. True Life Humanity is in the works. I'm putting my passion and energy into what I'm really, truly passionate about, which is creativity, which is your ability to create yourself, because that's what we do, you know, and we want to do it. We want to do that. We want to create ourselves. We're so free. We are so free, and we have the ability to think new thoughts, entertain new ideas, and move in new directions. Remember to stay grounded, connect with nature. That's key. Especially in these air sign times of communication, we can get really in our heads. Connect. Your body comes from the earth. Connect. Anyway, I love you all. True Life Humanity, create yourself. Stay tuned. Feel free, please, if you dig this video or any other ones, please like, comment, subscribe, share wherever you want to share. More is going to be coming out. So I love you. Peace. Creativity, love. True out.